The Chief Minister said the government was working like clockwork and hand in glove with the Foreign Office to achieve a deal which guarantees maximum fluidity at the border. He said there are political, legal and trust and confidence issues, but was optimistic as well as realistic. Mr. Picardo said it was still possible to reach a deal, but would not recommend a deal to this Parliament which crosses red lines on sovereignty, jurisdiction or control.
Mr. Speaker, I've repeatedly told Gibraltar that we will not permit that the European Union negotiations in respect of the future relationship should involve any transgression of our well-known red lines on sovereignty, jurisdiction or control over our territory. I made it clear that we will not recommend a deal to this Parliament that crosses those red lines. That remains, of course, our position. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, I want to tell the House today that the Deputy Chief Minister has already stepped up a gear in the preparations of the mechanisms we will need to activate if we have no deal by the time the transitional period ends on the 31st of December.
Both the leader of the opposition and Marlene Hassan Naon expressed their support for a deal which did not cross those red lines, with Keith Hasebardi saying he would give the government space to conduct the discussions, and the leader of Together Gibraltar suggesting people's trust in EU institutions would need to be rebuilt if there was to be an involvement from Frontex.
And of course, as we have, I think, both observed, the devil is in the detail of the package of agreements that may emerge, and indeed maybe no agreement emerges. And so it is absolutely right that the government should prepare in parallel for no deal.
We have been vocal about our support because we believe that creating a toxic political environment right now can hinder these kinds of good faith negotiations, as we have seen in the past.
Mr. Picardo thanked the MPs for their contributions, but added that the community needed to be alive to the reality of what no deal would mean, asking them not to be surprised if there were long border queues at the frontier and no fresh milk in supermarkets on the 2nd of January.
It could mean no perishable goods from the United Kingdom being able to arrive in the time available for the goods to be used. That is what the absence of a deal could mean. And there are no preparations that you can put in place from the unilateral position of Gibraltar to sort those things out. Let's be clear about that now.
He said the government was as alive to the benefits of potential Frontex involvement as it was to the potential dangers, and who forms part of a Frontex contingent on the Rock. But he assured that he would not countenance Guardia Civil or Spanish police in Gibraltar or any form of sovereignty, jurisdiction or control through the back door.